Demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really...
A great view of our broadcast look. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Capella.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins, and it's Young in at the point. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
And really, how scary is that? That's not even close to their peak form, and they still got the job done.
Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Here's Anunoby, following the basket by Trae Young. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot. Shot's good by Ibaka.
That's a well-timed play, well executed, and Serge, a quick, powerful roller to work with.
Young for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And here are the Raptors now after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Here's Siakam. The shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. The 2K leaderboard shows us who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. Second is Trae Young.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Ibaka finds Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Raptors moving the ball around. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Lowry, a guy who can do a little bit of everything for you, including stretching the floor.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
Here's Anunoby. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Clint Capella.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here is Davis following the basket by Cam Reddish. And they double up Davis. Pass to Powell. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Reddish. Look at that.
Nice. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Raptors leading by 7. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Ananobi. From deep. Rebound Atlanta. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul troubles. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Really a game to forget, all because they spent most of it hacking away.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Now here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Inside, here's Gasol. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Finding an opportunity inside. It's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
And so the first quarter is in the books. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day, guys in the gym.
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, Bembry out there with Reddish. Then there's Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. To the paint. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Collins.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
In his rookie season, a rough start shooting the ball for Trae Young. He came on down the stretch in a big way.
Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Here's Lowry. After the made shot from John Collins. Now, Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Utah. And the Raptors miss again. And some new records for Trae Young, the first rookie in NBA history with over 45 points and 15 assists in a game.
Kevin, also the 4th rookie since the merger to post 3 consecutive 35-point games. The others, Bernard King, Michael Jordan, and Allen Iverson. That's the company you want to be in.
And here is Siakam. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Atlanta with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Here's Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 3. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Boucher kicks to Van Vliet. Nailed from three-point land. Van Vliet's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Young against Lowry. Shoots. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now the pass to Ibaka. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Siakam offline with his three. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Boucher. He's guarded by Collins. Siakam up top. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Boucher controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Boucher's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Toronto, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Lowry, reverses. He takes it up and lays it in. Lowry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Now, here is Young. He's got 7. Hunter with it. Boucher with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here is Lowry. 8 points for him. Pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Hunter. Misses from close range. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, it's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So for Toronto right now, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. A little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. Do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
And there it is for him. Herter's got his second bucket tonight.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And it's good, 2 points.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Toronto trailing. VanVleet passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
At the tip, great positioning on the putback. Hunter's got his first 2 points of the night.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And here are the Raptors now. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Back to Powell. To the inside. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And Capella sends it back. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. A putback. It's good on the putback. Dedmon's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there. This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Dedmon's got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Here's Powell, following the bucket by the Hawks. Gasol up top. Teague against Davis. And the shot is good. The Hawks leading by 6. Outside Teague. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the paint. Here's Powell. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Powell's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the left wing. Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead. Carter left side. Out to the wing. Here's Bembry. Back to Carter. And he uses the glass on the lane.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Hawks lead by 4. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And Young with the basket on the assist from Capella. And that's 13 points for Trae Young. Van Vliet with it, working on Collins. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. The three. Hits the three-point bomb.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Young against Lowry. Young passes to Herter. And Young kicks to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's Collins with the drive. And finished off by Collins.
John Collins, a powerful dunker, especially when he gains momentum heading toward the rim.
Atlanta leading by 5. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Capella finds Young. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Siakam, right side, outside Lowry. Ibaka, the pass to Gasol. Back to Ibaka. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
Young outside. A three ball. That's a basket. His 8th from the field. 8 of 14.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with this shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. So it's Atlanta now after the Raptors pick up 2. Gasol with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Siakam. Van Vliet. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Young drives in, and they pick up 2. Young's got 20 points.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
1:51 left in the game. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Outside Lowry. And Capella sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. The Hawks leading by 5. And here's Young from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over to the left wing. Van Vliet. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Herter. And here's Young. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
Incredible night for Trae. Has direct involvement in nearly every facet of this offense.
Lowry drawing the double team. Siakam left side. And Siakam throws it down.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Now, here is Young. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
Passes to Herter. Capella, high post. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Van Vliet finds Siakam from outside the arc. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Young outside. Ibaka down low. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Herter. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
And so the Hawks take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly show the great... And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
I'll look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the 1. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Yep, it counts. Harris has got the opening bucket of the night here for the 76ers. A lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is. Here's Milton after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Horford the pass to Milton. It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. And Embiid is right there.
Stellar work on the offensive glass. Embiid, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
Lowry drives in. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Harris passes to Horford, and stolen by Siakam. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Horford finds Harris. Here's Embiid. Unable to get that one. And Toronto will come the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Now here is Lowry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah. Harris passes to Embiid. Sweet move, and Embiid throws it down.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? He's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Siakam looking around. Over Horford. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. He's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Anunoby. A 3-pointer off the mark. Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to Detroit. Richardson. And it's VanVleet with the rebound. Siakam inside. Guarded by Embiid. Here's Lowry. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Here's Harris. Back to Horford. Richardson for 3. Harris. And staying with the play, Harris. Harris has got his second bucket.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work in getting after it on the glass.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. Impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group.
Yeah, he was a 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
Davis surveying the floor. Takes the 3. No good there. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of...
Here we go now.
The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along.
It never occurred to me that I'd...
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Mike Scott out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Korkmaz at the 3 spot.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Powell, the pass to Boucher. Intercepted. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Alec Burks checked in for Raul Neto. Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Drops one in from the wing. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here's Davis. For 3. The offensive rebound.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Yeah, Kevin, second chance opportunity so big in this instance. Yeah, they have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
There's the pass to Korkmaz. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Powell. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Thibault, the pass to Scott. Crafty move. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside for Gasol. Raptors moving the ball around. Powell, the pass to Boucher. And here is Davis. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody, move out the way he finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside for Gasol. Baca against Horford. Siakam, right side. Lowry finds Gasol. The Raptors need to get a shot. Siakam misses. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Marc Gasol. Now here's Lowry. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The 76ers leading. Neto surveying the floor. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Now, here's Burks. No points in the game yet for him. Richardson, no luck.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Siakam, good, and VanVleet gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Siakam.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt, the 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Now here's Richardson, following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Bucket is good. Richardson's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Siakam left side. Over Horford. And the Raptors miss again.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Here's Hurts. Up again, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 6.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Oh, here's Van Vliet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Here's Burks, and the rejection by Ibaka. Now the Raptors moving it up, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Anunoby. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here is Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Tips it, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Harris. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Here's Powell. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. Siakam left side. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. Here's Milton, guarded by Powell. Here's Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got his first bucket of the night.
7'1", Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic spot in the open look.
Neto, that's a 2-pointer. Scott. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yes, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Harris. Pass to Thibault from 11 feet away. And again, Philadelphia turns it over.
Flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Now here's Davis. Pass to Powell. Back to Davis with 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. And it's Korkmaz at the 3. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's the break. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Aggressive move by Harris. A little contact there. He just powers through it.
And here is Powell. To the middle. Here's Boucher. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here is Harris. Horford with it. Passes it to Thibault. Pocket 6. Right block shot from 8. Rebound by the Raptors. Boucher's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson.
2 shots.
Good on both. The 76ers lead. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. A shot by Milton, no good. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Here's Lowry. Now the pass to Anunoby. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. Here's Anunoby. Guarded by Harris. And they take the lead. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah. You just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the results.
Now here's Embiid. Pass to Milton. Shot to stop the run. The shot off that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anunoby. Inside. Siakam gets to Gasol. Pass to Lowry. From the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Gasol against Horford. Over Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Craig, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
So here's Burks. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Anunoby. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Anunoby's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 14-2 run here. From downtown, and again, Toronto with the triple.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Raptors.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Pascal Siakam.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
And here is Ibaka. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that's serious.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Now Van Vliet. Ball's knocked loose. Offline. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K
certainly one of the most beautiful structures. And well, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Capella.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the 76ers, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. Young with the ball. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford. And here's Young from the arc. Aren't some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Tries again. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't drop. And it's Philadelphia the other way. It's stolen by Capella. To the middle. It's intercepted. Richardson kicks to Harris. Knocked loose and stolen by Hunter. Shakes him. And it's laid up and in by Young. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Hawks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here's Milton following the basket by Trae Young. Buries it down low. He's got his third basket of the night right there.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Kept alive. Pass to Herter. To the wing on the left. Hunter, no one around him. Connects from three-point range.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is. They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And here's Young after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. And there's Hunter on the assist from Capella. 6 points for DeAndre Hunter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
A shot by Milton, no good. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Milton. Richardson outside. Pass to Milton. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The Hawks working the ball around. Out left to the wing. Collins finds Capella. Here's Young. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. And credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Here's Capella. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Richardson. Gets an open look and hits. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so it's Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he
Coming from the place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Reddish out there with Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
Pick and roll comes fairly easily to Embiid. Taking what the defense gives him, he's a pretty intelligent baller.
Back to Carter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now T. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Out to Carter. Over in the corner, Reddish. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Here's T. After the Sixers pick up 2. The feed now to Dedmon. 14 feet away. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 4 points in the quarter.
Can't take Teague lightly from the mid-range now because he's consistent at cashing in from there.
We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. A putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Atlanta making a switch here. 1:30 left here in the second. outside Robinson. Passes it to Thibault. Fires for three. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Scott. Here's Embiid. The pass to Burks. Scott inside. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Atlanta making a switch here. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Vince Carter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for T. Now Scott. After the missed three from Trae Young. Scott inside. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
On its way from Young for two. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, after making 1-3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Lets the three fly. Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. It's a three-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. In the corner, Huerter with it. With the shot. That shot missing.
Look at him, and he's a little hitting.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after two quarters. They've got a 3-point lead. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Philadelphia leading by 3. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Young for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 10 points. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Huerter, guarded by Horford for the lead. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Embiid. Count it. He's got 6.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Down low, Capella. He gets that one.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Milton the pass to Horford. And he gets the whistle. 2. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Milton for the made shot from John Collins. And the shot goes in.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Young from outside. Another three for Atlanta.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Milton. 10 points for him. From past the arc. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
There's Milton. After the made shot from John Collins. Pass to Herter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Herter's got 4 this quarter.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates. Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, I tell you what, guys. Tobias Harris is a great scorer. And he's had multiple NBA stops. And I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides. And he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Joel Embiid. Burks comes in for Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Shake Milton. And here are the 76ers now. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. Neto can't get it to go.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Reddish the pass to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 to shoot to the left wing. There's Bembry. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead. Neto kicks to Horford. Neto surveying the floor. Back to Horford. The 10-footer. It's not going to go for him. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He witnessed him delivering a series. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Bembry. He's out there with Reddish. Carter out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Carter with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Pass to Fernando. Dedmon inside. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Reddish the pass to Bembry. Here's Fernando. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Burks.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Bembry the pass to Fernando. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he can do a lot more damage
to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Carter drives in. Now, here's Reddish. Not a lot of room. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Alec Burks.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And here's Richardson outside. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Here's Korkmaz. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. The 76ers trail by 5.
Tobias Harris.
Here's Milton. Passes it to Embiid. Wide open look. Rebound Atlanta.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Young. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You got to like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Young taking his time here. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. The tray. It's good from long range. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
The bigger the moment, the more Harris wants the ball. Big time shot there. And he's comfortable in that role.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Milton. They grab their own miss. Here's Embiid, and it's in there.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Here's Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 22.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Embiid, the pass to Milton. Back to Embiid. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
On the pass to Herter. Here's Collins. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Burks, he's checked in for Shake Milton.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments. And they do have a foul to give.
Burks against Young. Feeds it to Embiid. It's stolen by Capella. Now, here is Young. From deep. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and great.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
Oh, Canada.
And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Like Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. Leading the season doors, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams want these individual players to be like. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. And the rejection by Collins. One-on-one fast break. Here's Hunter. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Collins, good.
You know, an awesome decision maker in that pick and roll. Young taking whatever he sees in these sets.
Ibaka against Capella. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Young's shot is off. The Raptors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And there's the pass to Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
To the left side wing. Pass to Hunter. Collins in the post. Covered by Siakam. Passes to Herter. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, he knows how to fill the lane in transition. Serge Ibaka, a very mobile big man.
And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
And so it's Atlanta with it, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Young. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 10 points in the game.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Siakam kicks to Lowry. Almost 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella. Hunter, no one around him. They get it back.
And one thing about Hunter, it never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
Now, here's Lowry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Here's Anunoby. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Siakam up top. From deep three-point range.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Raptors lead by 1. We'll be back shortly.
Bring my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Carter out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague. Then it's Reddish. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard position. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his first foul. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Carter with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Taken away. Now the Raptors moving it up and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And Davis, here we go. Carter pulls it in for Atlanta. They've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Bembry. Pass to Carter. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's T. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Good on the triple.
And Kevin, it's so important to see Hollis-Jefferson putting in the time to work on that perimeter game.
The pass to Fernando. Back to Teague. Gasol with the defensive effort. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
There is such incredible awareness and feel for the game. Marc Gasol's such a good passer.
Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Carter. And Trae Young subbed in for T.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Hawks trail by 5. It's Collins with the drive. And here's Young from the arc. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Raptors. Van Vliet with it. He's against Young. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Chalk up 2 there. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Young against Lowry. Anunoby in the corner. And stolen by Hunter. Jumps up. Here's Collins. Finished off the break. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
The dish to Young. Tipped away.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Rejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection.
This one for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors leading by 3. The drive by Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. Drills it from outside. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Another miss by Young.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Back to Herter. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the... Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Van Vliet looking around. 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Hunter kicks to Capella. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Of course, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Young passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. 9 points for Serge Ibaka.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Toronto leading by 3. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby, and he bangs it home with one hand.
The vertical of OG and Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Capella, the pass to Herter. Kicks it to Hunter. And here is Capella. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Anunoby. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Lowry. That one drops for him. Lowry's got 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Back to Lowry for the 3. He can't get that one. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Herter. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. He is great at finding ways to create these calls.
And he knocks down the first one. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for John Collins. Reddish, she's checked in for Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Herter. Davis looking for an opening. No good from outside. Hawks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Here's Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Reddish has got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Pass to Powell. Davis with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Passes it to Boucher. It's Dedmon with the rebound for Atlanta. They've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And again, Toronto no luck. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. The feed to Dedmon. They now take the lead. Dedmon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And Davis, here we go. Here's Gasol. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gasol's got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Here's Boucher, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Reddish's shot is good.
And what a half
for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedman. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Outside, Davis. Here's Gasol. Can't hit from 12. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedman. Trae Young is out there with Teague. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. Feeds to Dedman. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And Toronto making a change here. Siakam's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Embry's checked in for Trae Young. A nice shot by Gasol.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Tips it up, and Teague is right there. And the Hawks lead by 1. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Davis kicks to Powell. Back to Davis. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis finds Siakam from 20 feet out. And there's the rebound by Dedman.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Siakam left side. He kicks it to Powell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Gasol. Over Dedman. That one wide left. The Hawks leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Gasol. Looking to end the run.
I love when Marc Gasol is putting pressure on the defense, active.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. But one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, let's see if they can keep focused.
Lowry for three. Collins grabs the miss.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
The pass to Herter. Hunter kicks to Young. There's 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Lets it go with the three. Hands it from downtown. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
Lowry inside the line. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. Now Young. Takes it off the glass. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
And the three ball is good.
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
Back to Young. Here's the three. Another three for Atlanta.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
To the inside. Pass to Capella. Hawks passing it around. In the corner, it's Hunter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Anunoby passes to Gasol. Lowry for three. Rebounded by the Hawks. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hunter dishes to Young. To the paint. And he makes good on the layup. And now a 10-point Hawks lead.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what...
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove? I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris.
Coming up next, it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. Your payday. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Red Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Richardson, and it's Milton in at the point. Al Richardson following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Count the basket. You know what, Smitty, tonight we have 2 teams that love to push the tempo, love the pace. Smitty, do you like the fact the NBA is getting faster?
You know, I like it, Kevin. What I don't like is the coming down and taking a shot, an ill-advised shot. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, getting the ball up the court. If you don't have an advantage or a high percentage shot, just bring it out and run your offense.
Staying within the offense, in other words.
Yep,
right?
Stay within offense. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
First quarter, just over a minute played. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time. One of the league's best-kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
And here are the Raptors now after the Sixers pick up 2. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Down low, here's Ibaka. Outside for Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. Richardson covering. Van Vliet with the bucket. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Milton. Lowry covering. From the wing, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Milton's got 6.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
On deep, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. Harris outside, to the inside, Embiid. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Lowry.
2 minutes to the start of the first quarter.
Pass to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Passes it to Van Vliet. There's Siakam. Richardson covering. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Richardson. He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Embiid. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the 76ers, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And when I look at Toronto, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
Now, here's Siakam. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Utah.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Harris, good.
He's a fluid athlete who knows what he's doing. Nice finish by Tobias Harris in transition.
It's Davis on the wing. Richardson covering. Davis kicks to Van Vliet. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Philadelphia. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about.
Not knowing English, obviously, I did.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Raptors 5 right now. Norman Powell is out there with Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. Now here is Davis. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A three-pointer is right on target. Robinson's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Pass to Pop. Back to Davis. Beyond the arc. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slacking and reaching.
Here's Thibault. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Fast break, Toronto. Davis has got the ball. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. There's the pass to Neto. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Robinson passes to Scott. Shoots from 14. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Davis. Neto, the pass to Scott. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Scott's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 1:56 left to play here in the half. Now here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's over Embiid, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Puts the move on, and it's good on the way in. Embiid's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Boucher. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Burks finds Embiid. Back to Burks. Shoots over Powell. They get the rebound. There's Embiid. He can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 7. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Raul Neto. A new group in now for the Raptors.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Lowry inside the line with the putback, and Ibaka is right there.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Here's Milton. Last game we saw him score 14. Embiid with it. And it's Scott with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Lowry, and that one is good. Lowry's got his first 2 points.
Lowry on the pick and roll draws so much attention because he is so good at finishing the play himself.
And so we conclude the first. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Here's Richardson. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Shoots over Van Vliet. Richardson, good. Richardson's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score.
And here is Van Vliet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Over Embiid. Good D by Embiid.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Josh Richardson. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Ibaka finds Siakam. Lowry. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
He shoots again. Here's Richardson. Pass to Milton. Back to Richardson. To the wing on the left. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Siakam up top. Over Harris. Davis kicks to Siakam. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Well, there are some big men having outstanding second halves of the season offensively. Here are the best among them. On that list, number 5, Pascal Siakam.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
The other thing they have in common is that killer instinct. Every one of these guys wants the ball down low. They want to be the #1 option on every trip down the court.
Now, here's Siakam. Following a missed shot by Tobias Harris. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III, and Alec Burks subbed in for Josh Richardson. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Kicks it to Davis. Now here's Powell. He's tightly guarded. Boucher passes to Davis. And again, Toronto no up. Philadelphia leading by 10. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The pass to Horford. Now here's Burks. 16 feet away. And Davis pulls it down. Now Powell from deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with and a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Davis is out there with Powell. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Powell against Burks. Powell kicks to Davis. To the middle. And finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contests, but he can still put you on a poster.
Philadelphia leading by 8. Now here's Richardson. Harris trying to get free. Richardson, good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Gasol. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias, challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Siakam throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Richardson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Outside Gasol. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Davis. Three-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Burks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Here is Davis following the score by Josh Richardson and finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Richardson outside. Passes it to Korkmaz. Goes up to the stripe, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Now, here's Siakam. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Offensive rebound.
I would not want to have to box him out. Siakam has that wiry length. He's mobile. It's just a nightmare.
Harris finds Burks. .107 left in the game. From deep. Gasol with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space. but that does make it a tougher shot.
Fires from deep. Korkmaz, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And that one's good. Korkmaz. Korkmaz has got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Davis, the pass to Gasol. Here's Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
Here's Richardson. From deep three-point range, can't connect. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
Well, thank you, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for teams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talent. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Wide open shot is on the money. A lot of different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Richardson the pass to Milton. Shot clock at 5. From 13.
And when Capella enters your peripheral, it's intimidating. He's good at throwing off shooters.
No good with the triple. Here's Atlanta now. Passes it to Herter. Fires from 18. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Milton, defended by Young. Here's Milton. The shot that time, not on target. Good defensive work there by Young.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And a dunk by Horford.
You have to admire when a big man like Horford runs the floor gracefully like that. I mean, he really finishes with style in the open court.
And here's Young from the arc. That shot off the mark. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Milton's shot is good. Milton's got his second basket of the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
The 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place. Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Richardson, good.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Wasted no time on that one. Young's got 5 now. And Chris at the defensive end. So much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offenses trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Hunter. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Richardson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Young, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Young's got his third basket of the night.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Pass to Horford, fires from 14, and the basket is good.
Oh, that's just zero hesitation, knocking it down. Horford doesn't get a ton of lift on his shot. He's very active.
Young's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Embiid, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside Teague. Scott against Carter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And with that matchup, doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Neto surveying the floor. Up in time. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Embiid. Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Thibault in at the 2. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Thibault's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers. Carter outside. Now the pass to Bembry. Stripped away. One-on-one fast break. And it's Scott with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, the second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Teague drives in. Here's Carter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Carter's got 5.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Burks the pass to Thibault. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the paint. Here's Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Carter down low, defended by Scott. Carter kicks to Dedmon. Back to Carter. Dedmon trying to break free.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Teague against Burks. Dedmon trying to break free. Teague can't hit.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Scott finds Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Superb focus from the big man. Embiid, I mean, you really have to whack him to prevent the bucket.
Both teams will make substitutions. This is his second trip to the free throw line. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. This is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool.
It is.
And when Hunter attacks like that, it really puts the defense in a tough spot. Love it when he takes the initiative.
Alec Burks checked in for Philadelphia. 1:37 left in the first half of basketball. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Atlanta making a switch here. Herter's checked in. Now Young. 10 points for him. Over Burks. Shots good from Young. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
Shot from 16. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Pass to Fernando. Hunter with it. Robinson on him. Hawks passing it around. Passes to Fernando. Young left side. Just 5 on the clock. Fernando, the pass to Young. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Over to the left wing. Robinson for 3. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, for the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They only had a couple rough stretches. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Richardson takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Richardson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Philadelphia. Young taking his time here. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 3. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with the broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Young against Burks. He kicks to Embiid. In the corner, it's Robinson. Burks against Young. And he slams it one-handed.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Burks. Shoots from 14. Again, Philadelphia.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Young outside. Off target from three-point range.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Robinson kicks to Burks. Fires the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Collins, good.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
On its way from Young for 2. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Inside, here's Burks. Embiid inside. Capella's there. Burks, the pass to Robinson. It's Richardson on the wing. They get it back, and Embiid is right there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 20.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Here's Burks. Kicks to Embiid. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
And there's the pass to Burks. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Off target with the open look. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. A 2-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Second three-pointer in the second half. 5 overall. He's killing it from long range.
Here's Hunter. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Horford comes in for Mike Scott. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Robinson. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Richardson. To halt the run, Horford. It's good on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here is Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And if you give Teague a look at the lane, he'll take it without a second thought. He loves to drive to the rim.
Back to Korkmaz. Misses. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Hawks on top, leading by 3. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. And it's Neto in at the one. Two open that time, made it look too easy. Harris has got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Teague drives in, and he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
The Hawks making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Outside Teague. The dish to Dedmon. Back to Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Brett. And he's on the money with his first shot today. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And he can't get the first one.
DeAndre Bembry.
And he sinks the second. The 76ers trail by 3. Thibault, the pass to Horford. He feeds it to Harris. Now here's Horford. Left side Harris. The shake. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Bembry. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Korkmaz passes to Burks. On the wing, Harris, defended by Carter. Here's Burks. Doesn't go that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Carter with it, picked up by Harris. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, sometimes he's going to keep the possession alive. Sometimes he's going to commit the foul.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins comes in for Carter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague. Shots good from Young.
Game tightening up, no problems. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of game.
Young for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
To him, Greg, the basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
The Hawks leading by 4. Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
Hilton the pass to Richardson. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Young outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Harris.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shot on the wing. Bullseye.
This is what the play's designed to do. Space the floor. Get Harris a look that he likes.
Young from outside. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's Horford with the extra effort. And now it's only a 5-point Atlanta lead.
Well, turn up then. And Horford, one of the great leaders in the game. Sometimes you gotta lead by example, especially in the cup.
Count that one.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Stolen away.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Now, here is Young. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making